What's up guys, it is the Average Fat Biker and welcome to the channel. Today we are going to be installing Renthal FatBar on the Skookum. So let's go. A couple things you will need. Number one, you will need a 35 millimeter stem. You will also need some kind of saw. I have a little tiny one and I have a little bit bigger one in case this one doesn't work. You'll also need tape and you'll also need some kind of Allen wrench. And highly recommended, but not necessarily needed, would be some kind of vice grip to help you hold it in place as you cut. All right, so the first step is to determine kind of where you feel like you're gonna wanna grip your bar. So I usually run about a 770. That usually feels pretty good to me. That's what I have on my other bike. On the Trek, I also have installed this, and I love this bar. The bars that are on the Skookum right now are proprietary from FatBar, and they're carbon. The more I learn about carbon, the more I don't like it. This is a personal preference thing. I've seen video after video after video of carbon bars snapping when someone hits a drop or some kind of jump. They just snap, and I don't really see that as much on aluminum. Once I get the other handlebar off, I will compare the weight. I'll weigh them on our little scale here. But first things first, there's something about the Skookum that's been kind of bothering me. So before we cut the handlebars, I'm gonna knock that out real quick. The suspension fork has red stickers, and the rest of my bike is kind of a blue and green theme color. So I ordered some custom stickers, and we're gonna replace those to make it match the rest of the bike. Oh yeah, that looks much better. Goes with the green, kind of carries that theme all the way over. Much, much better. Okay, let's install those bars. So these are the current bars that are on my FatBar Skookum. They are carbon, and they feel pretty good. But I'm gonna get these off of there. Here's where you need the Allen wrenches to unbolt all your brakes, levers, and your stem, and you're gonna need to your top cap there. So basically you're just unscrewing all of these bolts here, 1, 2, 3, 4, there. You got to take your grips off and your stem cap, then you can take your stem off, and it's pretty straightforward. So mine requires a 2.5 millimeters for the grips and a 4 millimeter for the rest of them. I also will, great little tool to have is this torque wrench. It has, you can set the Newton meters up here. You take an Allen wrench and stick it in that end there and adjust it. As you can see, it has like, it tells you which Newton meters there. If my camera will focus. There you go. Which one you need as far as the torque spec goes, pretty important, so just pay attention to that. And everything, the torque should be written on usually the stem cap or the handlebars, or somewhere you'll see little Newton meters, and that tells you how much torque you need, so you can adjust it with the torque wrench here. All right, so let's get started. First step is to remove the grips. So I have my 2.5 millimeter here. I'm going to take the grips off. Get them loose where they can slide right off. I have lock-on grips from ODI. They're really good. Sometimes these bolts will strip. So if you put on grips, you'll run into this problem all the time. This is just a little small screw extractor kit that I got from Amazon, and it's really come in handy. I don't know what it is about these little bolts that they have on the grips, but they strip all the time. You know, you would think that they would design them in a way that they don't strip so easily, but it seems like I strip out and I'm not even, they're really easy. They're made of nothing. So I really hate the little, the little bolts in lock-on grips, but anyway, sometimes this is a little great kit to have. There we go. These little bolts right here strip all the time. These are terrible. Oh, come on, someone design some of these that don't strip. There it goes. All right, so now we're ready to cut the Renthal FatBar, but first let's compare how much the stock bars weigh versus the Renthals. All right, so let's just drop these on the scale here. This is the stock carbon bars. As you can see, I had a fight with the grip one time and really scratched these up on this side, so yeah. But let's see how much it weighs. Looks like about 7 ounces. So let's throw the Renthals on there. And the Renthals I can feel are definitely heavier. Looks like about 11 ounces. Also helps to have a file, because we do have some burrs on the end of this. That's a fun noise. And now we flip it around and do the other side. Now we take it out of the vise and go put it on the bike and just adjust everything. go. That's pretty much it. Now it's installed.